Father yells at me for saving his child. I'm a 16-year-old lifeguard, and it was a relatively busy day at the pool. I was guarding the deep end of the pool, and this father had been turning around and not paying attention to his child all day. We had talked to him about it several times, but he constantly just said she could swim fine and paid attention to her just for a couple of seconds before stopping again. The daughter was maybe 8 and she could swim, but she's been doing it all day and was tired. At one point, the father left her in the deep end and went to talk to some fellow parents in the shallow end. The kid started to show signs of drowning, flailing arms, bobbing up and down in the water, etc. She's freaking out. So I blow a long whistle, the sign for an active victim, and get off my stand to go in after the kid. Not a very hard save, nothing dramatic. I just had to offer her the lifeguard tube to hang onto and tell her not to grab my neck. We get to the wall and the dad is already standing there and he blows up on me. I don't remember exactly the stuff he said, but it went something like this.
What the hell, you pedo? I told you she could swim. What the hell are you thinking touching my kid?
I was shocked. I couldn't think of anything to say, and he started screaming about getting my manager for wasting his time and touching his daughter. I got back up on stand, a little shaken. 1. It's my first save of the summer, and 2. I was just yelled at and called a pedo in my place of work, which involves watching children. Not exactly the best situation. Luckily, my supervisor is a 26-year-old woman who doesn't take crap from anyone, especially about her lifeguards. When I got off my shift, she told me he'd complained to her about me, she'd seen the whole thing, and chewed him out about endangering his child and kicked him out of the pool. He hasn't been back for the rest of the summer. I hate people like that. Good job, man. Thanks. It was quite startling at the time, but at least I'll get useless internet points for it. Some French entitled pricks think they can take my hotel room. Players are French mom, French dad, la French crap, cleaning lady, and manager. Cleaning lady cleans the room. So cleaning lady comes by to tell me room is clean. I get up and turn the corner to go to my room. I see this French couple and their kid walk in. They close the door. I take out the key and open it up. French mom. Something French blah blah blah. Me. What? Get out, this is my room. French dad. Something French. Me. English. You still in Canada, talk in English. Kid actually speaks English. Sir, you're in our room. Please leave before my father calls security. Friend's dead. Que, fromage belle belle. Me. No, this is my room. I have the key. This is my stuff in here. Kid. No, sir, this is our stuff. My mother is scared of you. You better leave. I see the cleaning lady walk by. Me. Excuse me? Can you get me the manager? These people are in my room. Cleaning lady. Que. What? I'm probably pronouncing this incorrectly though, forgive me. The dad is raising his voice and saying something in French. Me. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. We'll see when the manager gets here. The manager arrives. Before I even say anything, she yells at the family in French and all three leave. I make sure nobody steals my crap. I ask the manager what that was about. Manager. Oh, we get this homeless family barging in during cleaning hours. It's an everyday occurrence. Me. Well, crap. Manager. Yeah, just make sure the cleaning lady locks the door when she's done. Me. Okay. So yeah, besides that, it was a great hotel stay. My friend's name is Carlos and his girlfriend is Katherine. Not real names. The thing is, Katherine has a real piece of crap for a father. Old man thinks the world owes him for whatever insane reason and is overall just a negative ball of hate. This is gonna be the entitled parent in the story and his name will be Johnson. No reason why, it just kinda fits him. So he's a strict parent, nothing too outlandish, at least we thought. To avoid him and whatever wrath he'd bring, Carlos and Katherine just kept their relationship a secret from him. And we all hung out around the school, park or mall, anywhere away from the guy. Wanting to be supportive and because I like to know who my boys are with, I text and call Katherine. Just friendship, nothing romantic at all, completely platonic. She was pretty and all, but I'm not a snake. This comes back to bite me later on. One night Carlos and Katherine are talking late into the morning. I think it was maybe 3 in the morning. They were on the honeymoon phase and couldn't keep apart for long. Understandable. Well, Katherine must have been giggling loud enough to be heard, as her must have gotten up to take a midnight leak, or maybe he just had to get a cookie out of the cookie jar without being seen. Either way, he bursted into the room after having heard Carlos' voice. Katherine ends the call immediately and deletes any information of the call like she has with their messages because of the guard dog of a father. Johnson was furious. He demanded her phone and checked anything he could. Her call history, message history, anything. The thing was, since she and I were clearly just friends, she hadn't deleted anything dealing with me, which ended up in him thinking I was the bad guy keeping his baby up. Without hesitation, he calls me up at this time in front of Katherine to make a show or something. I answered. I was still half asleep and I thought she needed help. It wasn't rare for me to get calls from friends at odd times, so I just answered thinking it was a regular call or emergency. Before I could get a word in, he starts trying to tear me a new one. All this about how his daughter wasn't getting enough sleep. I'm nothing to her, a bunch of junk that I wasn't able to comprehend as I was still trying to wake up enough to form thoughts and express them. I really only heard the last bit. Cut all contact from my daughter or else. Click. I was still tired. The beautiful pause from living was calling my name and it won. I threw my phone onto the floor and kept sleeping while Katherine got a lecture and her phone taken. The entitlement hasn't come out yet and this is only the beginning. The next day comes and I sort of thought it was a dream. It happened pretty quick and I was exhausted. I wake up, go through my morning routine, and the day goes on. Towards like the middle of the day, I hop on the group chat with everyone and we make plans to hang out at the library. It's a chill spot, the librarians were cool, and Katherine could be with us without her father really knowing. I guess Katherine got her phone back in the morning because she was on, and just like that plans were made. We all met up and just mess around, talking, laughing, typical teenage stuff. Carlos and Katherine are doing couple stuff, hugging and kissing, but nothing too explicit to cause a scene, while they were distracted as well as the rest of us. A grey Corolla rolls up and Johnson, the wrinkled yet bulky man, hops out and walks up to us. Katherine and Carlos are just sitting next to each other, looking at memes and such with me next to them. So Carlos is on the left, Katherine is next to him, and I'm next to her. I must have been leaning over to see what he was showing, and I guess it looked like I was all over Katherine. Anyway, Johnson singles me out. You, are you my name? He says in the strict fatherly, I'll rip you apart if you wrong me tone. Not thinking much, I admit to it. By now Katherine was embarrassed and as red as could be, balling up a bit as she didn't know what to do. While she was panicking a bit, I was getting ripped a knee one all over again, which makes me think that last night I didn't dream. In his rant or lecture he waves in racism. You, not nice for my ethnic group, coming to this country, doing no good, and now going after my daughter to poison her pure, their race, mind. This is one of the things he said and the rest would be all bleeped out. If on TV or a movie, here would be slight pauses with words, leading to even more bleeps and censoring. I'm not small by any means, but I'm not The Rock either. I get in the gym and I do what I can do, and he and I are roughly the same size. I'm playing out events in the head as I try to block out the garbage he's spewing. His old man strength would be on par with my average teenager working out strength. But I didn't wanna fight because I don't trust cops taking my side even with all of my friends backing me up. I'm a respectful person when I'm given the same respect, but it's clear to see I was being bombarded with enough disrespect and garbage to last me a lifetime. Even enough to last possible future kids' lifetimes. You're lucky I don't drop you. Not nice adjective word accompanied by another not nice word of my ethnic group. Rear-end. He used the other word but I don't want kids reading the words. She should be with. He described a guy who would fit his race and what seemed to be the opposite of me. Get your not nice word for my ethnic group and other equally bad words for African Americans. We had another friend who had a dark skin tone, so I guess he fits the look. Still not right to say though. Friends and leave. Johnson says this and I felt like doing things but have self-control. My friends all do as well. So instead of doing or saying anything, we just remain where we are and stare at him. It's pretty obvious to see that since he didn't get the reaction he wanted, he was getting more nervous by a second. I could have gone on the tirade, but I just spoke 3 words. Is that it? I've been through similar interactions in my past and I don't really give into the words or let them hold power over me. If things get physical, that's where I'll start doing anything, but words are just that. After what seemed like a lifetime of silence, he called his Katherine over and makes her get into the car. He must have gotten his rage out of the system and seen that nothing good would have come of this because they then left. My friends caught it on the video and sent it to Katherine, who then spoke with her mom before showing the event that took place. Fortunately, Katherine's mom is not Karen. She's reasonable and sane. Her father was the main problem. I was told she tore into him, tearing his ego apart along with all his worth. Video on your screen is story about an entitled kid tries to steal my phone and run. I provoke them to stay and knock entitled mom out until police arrives. And entitled mom tries to steal over 20 pounds of jerky from my market stand. This world, yeah, you're unnatural, living your life, cutthroat. You got